Hey, hey, hey. How you doing? I hope you're good. I hope you find a way to carry it on through it all. If you're feeling at wit's end, feeling a little burnt out, rest, child. Rest to rejuvenate, to recharge. Because you know this world will have you hustle, hustle, hustle. Get. Go, go, go. Listen to your body. Slow down. Be still. Breathe. And take some time to align with the divine. And if you're feeling restless, not sleeping too well, get out in nature more. Get a little exercise in, a little walk in. Ground yourself. Let Mother Nature nurture you and ground you. Make you feel protected and secure and stable. Mother Earth does have the power to do that for you. And then find a way to be productive. Get creative. Move. Okay? Today I have a testimony that I want to share with you all. And it's about my twin nephews. They are passed on. They are in spirit now with the Most High God. And they wanted me to share their story. They gave me permission to go ahead, get it out, and tell our story to help someone or somebodies that may be in need. To anyone who is struggling with suicidal thoughts, or to the chosen ones who are seeing seeds of division and darkness sowed in your family, your household, your friendships, your workplace, your partnerships, your relationships. If you happen to stop by, this message may be for you or help you in some way. I wrestled with the fact that they wanted me to share their story. And for the past 2 weeks, I tried to hide from it. I tried to run away from it. I tried to get away from it, but I knew at one day that I would have to share the story. And today is the day. It wouldn't leave me. Every day I was waking up thinking about how I'm gonna share their story. They were helping me with some facts that they wanted me to share. Every time I was getting ready to go to bed, it was on my head too. So I knew, I said, I gotta get this off my chest. And they said, it's time to release it. It's time to clear the path so you can elevate higher. So you can take flight into all God has chosen you to be. So I'm being obedient to that. Okay? Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. This is not a hard sell. This is part of our family's glory too. He is. I'm at a point right now, I don't care what color Jesus is. I don't care about the stories that's been told on TV, in churches, on movies. All I care and all that matters to me is the source of energy that has helped me to get through a lot of things. Yes, the power is within me. I know that to be true. But there's power in Jesus' name. It is. And Jesus is a big part of my family. He is our family and our friend. He has helped us through. So, anyone that's struggling, tap into the Most High God. Trust. You gotta have the superpower of belief. So, you do. You have to believe. And you know, my cousin passed away last month. And I was triggered. And then a lot of things were revealed to me in that triggered moment. And then I was delivered. Because the whole truth and nothing but the truth was revealed to me. The legacy was shown to me. You know, I had bits and pieces before my cousin passed last month. But it seemed like when he passed, everything clicked. Like the puzzle was complete. So much light, love, clarity, and truth was flooded in me. And I had no choice but to see. Once you see, you can't unsee. I had no choice but to hear. Once you hear, you can't unhear. So those who have ears shall hear what I have to say today. And this is our testimony. I came across a quote. Charity begins at home, but should not end here. So they want me to start with the backstory, and they want me to rephrase it. This is our testimony because I was a witness to a lot of it, to what the mother went through with them, and how me and their mother came together through it all to keep each other steady through it all. So, this is about my guardian angels. They are my guardian angels now. They are twins. This is the backstory. They wanted me to share this fact, so I'm going to honor it. And all praises and honor to the Most High God, Jesus, angels, and ancestors. Thank you. I love you all. So, the backstory is my sister was a teen mom. I was too. Became pregnant with twins. The father, baby daddy of them, denied, then lied, and said that they weren't his. Then another lie on top of that she was the slut of the town. which was so untrue and projected because he was the womanizer. So I don't know what overcame him. I just know it was the enemy within him. Can't blame that on the devil. I'm not even going to do it. That's something you chose to do. And his mother was a Christian mother. She knew it in her heart because she spent time with them, used to come get the twins. Even my daughter used to spend time with them, travel over to her place or wherever they went on their adventures. And they were young and small. But something, it had a ripple effect. I guess it was her son over everything. I'm not sure. I don't know. And I really don't want to know. I just know she stopped coming around. She no longer want to have anything to do with the twins. They were young, but they remembered. Both of them, when they passed on, when they transitioned, they were pure. They were the purest adults in our family. No smoking, no drinking, no doing the ladies, no disrespecting the ladies, no time to date the ladies. These twins had their own language. They stayed to themselves most of the time in their room. And what we didn't know, they were trying to figure out how to conquer the world. A lot of people judged that. A lot of people didn't understand it. Okay. So I'm going to fast forward. They're in their early 20s now. No strong male figure in their life. They were around. A lot of them were around in our family, but just not interactive on a regular basis. And we're not blaming. Just the truth. That's just what it was. So they're in their 20s now. This is the story of Darian. Darian, both of them was at an age where they was just trying to figure out who they were and how they were going to assert themselves as individuals, and also on their spiritual awakening, their spiritual path. So Darian, I'm hearing him say he was more tapped into trying to figure out which spiritual path to take. He was researching and studying. And this is a few weeks before, shortly before Darian went missing. He called me. That wasn't never. Usually, when we talk, we'll see each other when I go visit my mom and sister, but they never called me. So when he called me, and I was going through my own stuff, I was going through my own hell, and I had stuck my own spiritual gifts so far down, I didn't know how to help him. I didn't know what answers to give him. But he was mainly asking me about orbs. He said he was seeing a lot of orbs, a lot of different orbs. And I only knew of one, and he was telling me the different colors, and I was like, I really don't know. And I asked, "Are you good?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I just want to know what's going on." And after I got off the phone with him, I was like, "What's going on?" But there was so much going on with me that thought didn't last too long. And it was a lot going on. My sister is tough, super naturally resilient, and such a big heart that she didn't want to burden anybody else. But she needed help because Darren was going through a spiritual crisis. Spiritual attacks. And she finally reached out to me and told me all that was going on, because it was getting to the point where she was like, "What the heck is going on? I gotta talk to somebody about this." And me and my sister can come together because we believe in each other's gifts. And what she's telling me, I believe to be true. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to judge it. So she was telling me all the details of the crisis, of what was going on, that she couldn't even explain or understand. And we were talking more, like on a daily, like a few weeks before he went missing, and hours at a time. And I knew that was a way to help her keep her steady, because when we do come together, we are one. We are balanced. We find that within each other. So Darren was struggling. And Brandon, the other twin, him and Lisa was like exhausted. My mother too. But they were one mainly, like Brandon and Lisa, my sister, were mainly the ones trying to help him to calm, help him to center, and trying to figure out how to help him, period. And I can understand why she didn't want to call anybody else, because anybody else will look at it as a mental health crisis probably. But no, this was spiritual. And ain't nobody got time. She didn't have time. She was highly protective. Nobody ain't got time for anybody saying they need to be in a facility. I know that's what she was thinking about. So, Brandon and Darren had secrets. They were grown. They could come and go as they please. But they was coming and going. It was taking a little longer to get back home. So that was concerning my sister too. Like, what the heck is going on? Then it finally came the day. Darren took a night walk. I'm hearing him say the spirits were chasing me. And I just wanted to fly in the sky. See, I just wanted to be free. Bear with me, y'all. So my sister called me and let me know that Darren hadn't came home. It had been a long while, a few hours. So of course, when you call the police and report it, they say, he's adult, first of all. And I'm not sure what that process was, if they had to wait 24 hours before they filed or whatever, but basically, within that time, my sister and Brandon and a couple of my cousins were helping my sister, like trying to go to the parks, look for him, trying to figure out where he was. And then it got to the point where my sister said, Michelle, you don't feel him? Brandon already knew, his brother, his twin. He already knew that he was no longer here. But none of us were ready to really hear that or feel that. Let me breathe, y'all. I didn't feel anything. I am a medium. I communicate with those that have passed on. I connect with energies. I was so much in shock. I was like, no, I don't. That's why I didn't believe that he was gone. I was like, I don't feel him. And then, like, within the second day, after 24 hours, it was late at night, and I felt Darren's spirit by the tree, by my home. But it felt so alive. Still was not in the space. Well, I say he has transitioned on. I wasn't in that head space, in that heart space. Didn't want to believe that. So I didn't. So from that time, I knew when my son saw a whole bunch of white light in our hallway. And that's when I had felt Darren's spirit by the tree. So me and my sister was talking to each other for hours on the daily. And I told her I had tapped in. And we both was in a state of mind because we did not want to believe. We were in shock. This is the higher perspective I have right now. But to make a long story short, I heard Darren say I will be found on the third day. Before that third day came, Darren had already made it. I really didn't have to transition Darren to be with the Lord, with the Most High God. He was already in paradise. We find out a car came out like a bat out of hell in the late night when there weren't many cars on the road, and hit Darren. And he said he ragdolled. And he was gone, he said, before the impact. And now that I look back on it, when I was tapped in, like, me and Darren was dancing together, we was singing together, you know. He wanted something to eat. That's why he felt alive. Okay. I felt that I was, excuse me, y'all. I felt like I was more tapped in telepathically, but that's how the mind, that was protection from the Most High God, Jesus, and my mind too. Even they withheld telling us the truth. They knew we weren't ready. I got to spend time with them, though. And, you know, the last day within me being tapped in before they found him and came and told my sister. I led him, this is my third eye visual. I led him to a bench because it was like he was in the park in Paradise, one of the parks in our hometown. And it was so bright and beautiful. The colors were vivid. And I told him, because he was like a child, enter the kingdom as a child. You know how little kids are, they want to run around like, hey, come here. That's what, like, get over here. You need to get with your family, okay? So we can help you get back home. That was my thought, but he was already home. So the last visual of being tapped in with this energy, with this spirit, I said, come. I led him to a bench at the park. And on his way walking to the bench at the park, my daddy was on the left and Jesus was on the right. And he went to the bench. He sat down. Both of them sat down near him and whispered in his ear. And then they got up and walked away. And within the next few hours, my sister called me and told me about the officers coming to the house, and they needed dental records because there was a possibility whoever was hit by the car was Darian. My sister never had to go to see the body and identify at the morgue. They just confirmed with the dental records that it was him. That was tough. And that shattered his twin, Brandon, into 1,000,000 pieces. And from there, Brandon was just like gone. The spirit of him, the true spirit of him, because, Darren is more of a wild child, free-spirited, and Brandon's more like Buddhist, Zen, keeps you centered, and their energy is still the same. When they come to me, I know which one it is. Usually, majority of the time, it's Brandon in spirit that's come to me to get me centered. And when both of them are coming to me, what's up, y'all? That's super protection. But that shattered his brother into 1,000,000 pieces. So in the process of processing, trying to figure out who he was as an individual now, without his twin brother, trying to figure out his spiritual path, trying to keep his mother together too, because in the mess they were. Have you ever witnessed devotion, true devotion? They were devoted to each other in this process. It got tough. The spiritual attacks began again because, when you're vulnerable and you're just not in the right state of mind or being, and that's fragile. That does opens you up until it opens you up for other, or let's just say dark forces. They're trying to infiltrate, attach, and attack. And Brandon is a medium like me, super more gifted. He learned that within this too, within this process, what type of gifts he had. And it had got to the point where, my sister was just trying to find ways to settle him. Like, "Dude, you want me to call Michelle?" He was like, "I know more Michelle," which is true. He was highly gifted, and I had suppressed mine so far down, it was reactivated when I helped, Darian to transition on the other side. But he was telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. He was trying to help himself. He was trying to build himself back up. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Ancient spirits. This is my family history. And some of you may have experienced this or may be experiencing this right now. But when you're on your spiritual awakening. But what was going on, Brandon, is, oh God, he was seeing ancient issues of our family, past and present, seeing things, hearing things, to the point he came to Lisa one time and told her, like, this family got issues. There was a lot of dark shit that had been unresolved, ancestral patterns that have been going on for eons, for years. He was experiencing that. So part of his process, trying to figure all this shit out on top of his own stuff, he went to mental behavioral health facilities several times, even had a breakdown, went to the hospital. The first time he went to the behavioral health, that was right shortly after his brother passed on. We had went, and me and sister had met with a team of doctors, and it was Brandon with these team of doctors, and we sitting down and they talking to him in front of us and asking us questions, and Brandon called me out. He was like,